I'll come back to that. I was going to talk about that a little later on because I didn't really fully read what was going on. Man, let's get into it. Starting with a quick call to action, fam. If you're not subscribed to SlamX, hey, make sure you do it. Just click it. Just click it. Click subscribe. That easy. Yeah, cats, you seeing stuff? I most of the stuff I got is kind of carried over from yesterday. Am I missing something today? I mean, a lot of good news here yesterday, especially. I'm sure some today. But, yeah, I've not seen anything crazy today. Yesterday was nuts, though. I mean, those are the kind of days that kind of hold us over for sometimes a week or two. And especially with Bitcoin 2024 Nashville, right, man? All the energy and attention's out there. Really, really slow in the Bitcoin ordinals ecosystem right now. Really slow. Incredibly low prices over there. In fact, if you're liquid, it's a really good time to be liquid. It's a really good time for some deals over there. Definitely looking where maybe I can make some moves. But yeah, it feels slow in NFTs. Not so much that over in crypto. Crypto is exciting. That is where the news is. Let's take a look at that. We got to talk about Bitcoin 2024. I mean, it's pretty wild what really is developing there, and I can't wait to hear what these candidates are going to talk about. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Let's kick it off here with a heads up. CryptoSlam NFTs claim goes live today. I don't have an exact time for you yet. As soon as I have that, better believe we'll be tweeting that from the CryptoSlam account, from the, not from SlamNet. It'll come from the CryptoSlam account. Just follow me as well. So follow CryptoSlam.io. Obviously follow SlamX, but also Hudah_idiot. I'll be tweeting that too. I would assume coming in just a few hours here, but we'll walk you through the claim process. Maybe I'll probably stream live when I go claim mine. I don't have one yet either. But I'll have details for you. Again, claim time, claim process. You have a couple of weeks, so no rush. If you can't do it today, no biggie. But remember, free NFTs, no cost. Maybe a gas fee on Solana, which is, pennies? And use the Magic Eden wallet, guys. Right? There's a special perk if you use the Magic Eden wallet. And what that is, I actually don't know if I can say that yet. But a little tease for the art here. Really, I love these, by the way. But we always said they're not PFPs, right? It's not your traditional NFT. It's not quite a utility NFT either, but kind of closer to a utility NFT. But here's the uncommon. Yes, there are tiers to these. Common, uncommon. And I think there's 2 rarity tiers above that. Let's just assume like rare and legendary, something like that. And it looks like each tier is going to have a certain number of bolts associated with it. All right, so we'll have details on what those bolts are and what they're for. But again, the rarity is going to affect the number of bolts on your pass, on your ticket. And more to come. So yeah, details coming soon. Just prepare for today. Should be cool. Also, man, we've been talking about SlamNet. We've been talking about SlamX, SlamChain, SlamLink, all this cool stuff. We'll be talking a lot about it. It's a pretty in-depth ecosystem that is going to take some time to explain. What the vision is, who we're working with. CoinDesk has a pretty great article and interview with Randy, who we had on the show last week here. And we'll have Randy on again, along with other members of the CryptoSlam and SlamNet teams. Right, to start laying this out for you guys. But I love it. Great article here, man. I love it. And he's right. It is interesting the way this ecosystem is building out. If you choose Solana, Polygon, Cardano, or Flow, you're instantly walling yourself off from a subset of users. And you're forced to place a bet. To place this bet on technologies and ecosystems that developers didn't have to place when the internet was exploding. It's a really good point. It's a really good point. It was one infrastructure back then, and it's not now. So I can say at the surface level, SlamNet is a way to really build an incredibly collaborative ecosystem. Something that's going to tie it all together. And it's through information and data. And that's what we specialize in. This new platform is going to incentivize others building in this ecosystem. But this is the way I put it too. I don't know if Randy would quite put stuff this way, but it's the way I look at it. To a degree, and I think to a pretty large degree. Actually, he might say it here in a way. I look at this as building out the CryptoSlam ecosystem now, and thanks to SlamNet, as a more community-driven product. It's interesting. All the data that's on CryptoSlam, it tells a story, and we've always said that. Like, the numbers tell a story, and when I look at the collection rankings every day, I'm basically reading and I'm hearing in my head the story of the past 24 hours in NFTs, or if I switch to the weekly view, or if I'm looking at all time. And so to me, the numbers tell a story. And it does. And sometimes people write about that. Often people write about it. But the numbers is the story. But that's a story we all wrote. We all wrote it. It's our trading that has made up this story. So it's our story. It's our numbers. It's our data. Us, not CryptoSlam. We're showing it. We're presenting it. But you guys, me as traders, as collectors, we're the ones who really are the story. And this is taking that data. It is giving it to everybody to use to build how they want. And it's giving people the tools in this ecosystem, this foundation, to actually be able to do something with the data. And I can say, too, just because blockchain, because of the token, it allows for an interesting way to maybe financialize this, which that can sound funny. Maybe financializing stuff doesn't have the best sound, but I think it's pretty appealing to some people. And I think it's pretty important to be able to find the value of data. There is value to it. We look at it all day, and we use it all day. Again, all of us, we all do. So it's going to be a really cool information economy here that's going to really benefit everybody involved, everybody. So, again, can't wait for you guys to hear more about it. Randy will be back on here. Again, more guys from the CryptoSlam team starting next week. So looking forward to talking to those guys, getting you guys to meet them. Should be pretty damn fun. So a lot coming up. Anyway, stay tuned. NFTs today. Let's get into the show. Cool little tidbit just to start with here. Love this. Ferrari accepting Bitcoin and Ether payments in Europe. Right? They did this before. I don't know if that was here in the States. I don't know where. I would imagine not here in the States. But this was something they already were doing. Can't remember where. Love seeing that expanding, though. Gotta believe we're just going to see more and more and more of that. Love seeing that. But, man, okay, I think the biggest stories this week are all going to be centered around Bitcoin 2024 Nashville. I love this. I'm so excited about this. We got a lot of boots on the ground out there. Our co-founder is out there, so hope maybe he can check in this week with us. That'd be cool. Actually, I should hit him up. He should come check in. But my brother Henry the Grape is out there. My older brother Tickle Snarf is out there. My buddy English there. A lot of friends and family out at Bitcoin 2024 Nashville. In fact, oh, hey, is that confirmed? Confirmed? This is a rumor. I put it in my title, and I second guessed having it as the title the way I did, where I meant to put a question mark. Well, yeah, let's cut right to it, and actually let's search and see if it's confirmed she's not. So we know Trump, RFK, Vivek, who else? Edward Snowden, Elon Musk potentially gonna be out at Bitcoin 2024 Nashville. It's fucking huge, guys. It's huge. It's such a big deal. But there were strong rumors here that Kamala Harris is also going to be out there. So she was speaking with the CEO of Bitcoin Magazine, as did Donald Trump. When Donald Trump first started getting into NFTs, this is who crypto, Bitcoin specifically, this is who he spoke with. And this is the man who arranged for him to come out to this conference. So yeah, word is, actually, he full-on said it, that Bitcoin Magazine, in talks with Kamala Harris, get her to speak at the conference. Oh, okay, let's see. Let's see if he actually, if this is not happening now. Oh, bummer, man. Oh, shit. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, she's like anti-crypto. Interesting. Kamala Harris will not be speaking at the Bitcoin conference. No surprise. What can she say to us when she's actively imprisoning developers forcing our industry overseas. Wow. Attacking proof of work, is that what that's meaning? Yeah. It would have been a disaster for her. All eyes on Trump now. Wow. If she is positioning herself as an anti-crypto candidate, she will lose. She will lose. She's going to lose if that's her position. I don't want to read into this too much and say that is her position. If she's new to crypto, I could understand not wanting to jump right into this and speak on something you're not knowledgeable about. Her campaign is reaching out to Mark Cuban. They're interested. They're engaging it. I have a feeling she's not anti-crypto because to me that's a huge mistake. Huge mistake. Cryptophasia, great to see you, sir. Always a treat having you here, man. I'm really surprised. I thought she would take advantage here. Wow. I thought she would take advantage of, the wind behind her back here and steal some more thunder from Trump and go attend this and go be the crypto candidate. Because right now it feels, just going by vibes, and this makes a lot of sense, her having a lot of energy right now, a lot of money behind her, a lot of momentum. This feels like an opportunity to go and just smash Trump, become the crypto candidate. And she's not. Again, grain of salt here to a degree, because we don't know that she's not. We just know that she's not speaking at the Bitcoin conference. Yeah. Yeah, and that's me. I am the source of that gravity, and that's why I do need to walk that back. Like, she's not anti-crypto. We don't know that she's anti-crypto. That was me saying it, but we got to give her. She deserves some time to actually tell us what her position is. So I think that's fair. But this was a big opportunity for her, a big one. Again, if she's not comfortable, if she doesn't understand it enough, it's probably smart, but it was an opportunity. What's up, Underdog Research? Dude, DM me. Send me a link. I think I remember this. I feel like we may have chatted too. Yeah. I remember this. Yeah. Dude, I think I'm down for whatever, honestly. In the spirit of what Randy says here, in the spirit of this, I love that everybody in this space, could or should be collaborating. That's always how I felt about this. I'm not that competitive, you know. I look at the other shows that are live, you know, at times where I am. I'm rooting them on to smash my show in a way. Like, of course I want to do well. This is all I want to do, but I love seeing everybody else doing stuff they love. So, man, I root for everybody. But yeah. Of course, DM me. But back to Kamala. Yeah, we'll see what unfolds here. I'm curious. Again, she's not anti-crypto. I think that's a really wrong way of putting it. And again, those were my words. Nobody here said it. Unless he did. I'm double checking. Maybe he did say it. I don't know who she's actively imprisoning. I don't know who she's actively imprisoning, right? I can't even think of who that would be. Right? Stuff like Tornado Cash is overseas. Yeah, I can't even think. Again, at the most right now, I think missed opportunity. And we'll hold off any other statements till we know more and what her position actually is. What a bummer, though. It was exciting for let's say 12 hours, maybe almost 24. It was exciting to think that it was everybody full throttle behind this, everybody at Bitcoin Nashville. And hey, we got enough big names out there that it's still a great thing happening. But it was exciting to think that she may be very, very pro-crypto. Another one of us, you know? Yeah, Aeon's cooking again. Oh, I can't wait to get to NFT stuff. I'm chomping at the bits here, man. A lot of deals out there, guys. So we'll revisit this, right? When there's more news as far as who is saying what about crypto and what people's policies are, man, I can't wait. But, I think it's fair to say right now, her not being there is a short-term win for Trump. So we'll see how that continues to unfold. But exciting times, we can say that for sure. All right, the Mt. Gox Bitcoin. This is so interesting to me, guys. As of this morning, and I want to get the total correct and see if we've had any updates here. As of this morning, I think we had almost $5 billion worth of Mt. Gox Bitcoin sent out to creditors. I'm trying to find the second distribution because there was a $2.8 billion transaction and then a $2.4 billion. And the reason I'm trying to find it is I want to see if the $2.4 billion came later, because this $5.7 billion, I'm trying to see if that is our current total, if we're actually, 2 point whatever billion less than that. And man, if so, of course, this stuff is just reaching exchanges, right? It's not in the hands of creditors yet. But man, I think the market's taken this very, very well. Very well. And we know for sure some creditors have gotten their funds back, and some of them are actually holding, and some are actually buying more Bitcoin, which is awesome. But this is not impacting the market the way I thought it would. It's a great start to this Mt. Gox Bitcoin getting out there. And probably a good time to remind you guys too, man, FTX funds. Oh my goodness, speaking of FTX, we're going to have a fun conversation about FTX next week. That I'm looking forward to. But point here, the FTX funds that are going back to creditors, those are coming in 3 months. In 3 to 4 months, those are going to be hitting creditors too. So with Mt. Gox, we're talking, $9 billion worth of Bitcoin. FTX, we're talking $15 to $16 billion that's making its way back to investors. Let's call them investors. And that's coming as cash, so there's no sell-off happening there. Picture what that does to the market. When we work our way through the Mt. Gox Bitcoin, and then we have potentially billions coming to the market, it's pretty exciting. All right, let me refresh this. Let's take a look at crypto prices here. Bitcoin 66.7, ETH 3,400. What's wrong with me today? Solana $179. We're not ripping yet. I mean, that's for sure. Oh, Ripple. Yeah. People pointing out the Ripple's cooking today. Pretty mixed bag in crypto. How about meme coins? Actually, haven't peeked at meme coins in a bit. I know some meme coins are cooking. Lemon, I started almost 10 minutes late today, man. Joe, I'm sorry, Lemon. We're same team here, you and me. And Joe thinks we're wrong. Joe thinks we're idiots here. But Joe also buys on the way up. You know what I mean? No, it's not priced in. Your point yesterday was perfect. Right? Like Bitcoin and ETH hold this kind of ratio, this relationship to each other, and it's very much in line with what it has been. Yeah, it's not priced into ETH. You know what? Let me pull this up. OSF tweeted about this today. I think it was him. I always get him and Mando mixed up. I think it was him. Rec drinks. More drinks coming. Pudgy Penguins and... God, who are some of the others? Yeah, looking forward to that. Oh my God, too many tweets to work through. Okay, here we go. 107 million net inflows into ETH ETFs yesterday. Not bad. Jesus. Not bad considering 484 million of outflows. Okay. But here, I'm not sure I agree with this quite yet. I do and I don't, and I'll explain that. Basically, if we keep this pace up for a few days, I think you start seeing an impact on ETH. Yes. It's hard to disagree with that. But how drastic will that impact be? Because over the past few months, we learned that Bitcoin, while price 1-to-1 mirrored ETF inflows, right? And outflows, but there was a 1-to-1 correlation between the price of Bitcoin and performance of the ETFs. It also wasn't that drastic, right? We're talking about a few percentage points, but when we would see, $1 billion in inflows over the course of a few days, Bitcoin price wasn't astronomical. It wasn't crazy off the charts. And that's because ETFs bring a little more stability to these tokens. You have traders, and these are more like institutional traders, trading the ETFs and making specific types of trades there, and then on-chain making other types of trades, spot trades. Right? And these things kind of have a way of balancing them itself out, right? They're playing both sides of this thing. So can't assume it's going to have a big impact, but to the point here of just an impact, yeah. Dude, I was wondering why I'm clicking and getting that Grok thing. You can now just highlight a section of text and click Ask Grok. That's kind of annoying. Tell me basically if we can keep this PA in 1 or 2. What does that mean? What does that mean, PA? What? Basically, it's a word used. What? Oh, okay. Got it. I'm an idiot. Okay. Hang on. What does this do? Hang on. Okay. What does this do? Ask Grok. Let's see. I like this. If this works well, this is cool. Okay, what is it asking it, though? Tell me about... Oh, okay, so that's going to be the base query. It's just like, explain this thing. Okay. GM Fam is a morning update session at the... Wow, everything about this is wrong. GM Fam is a morning update session at the Bitcoin 2024 conference in Nashville, providing a concise 15-minute briefing on the latest developments in crypto and NFTs. It's half right. It's really stupid, though. Grok is stupid. Incredibly stupid. By the way, if you are not subscribed over there, too, I can show my own stuff here, right? But every morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Time, I go live over on Inside NFTs. That's my own personal channel. It's also part of SlamX. A lot of people ask me about this. Let me see. SlamX. Okay, that is not the name of this show. This show is called Chain Reactor. SlamX is a network. It's a channel. Okay, so I make content for CryptoSlam directly on SlamX, but in the morning before I get my day started, the first thing I do is I do my morning updates on Inside NFTs. So it used to be 5-minute morning videos that I would chop up, just boom, 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 all the points, like straight at you very, very fast. Now I go live for 10 to 15 minutes in the morning, but just hit all the topics, cover crypto, cover NFTs, again, like bullet point style. This is where we get deeper into the topics. So point there. If you like that kind of update, if you want to stay plugged in without having to stay really, really plugged in, follow over there. That's my baby. That's my personal sweet baby. Anyway, back to not Grok. Grok sucked. Hope it gets better. I think it will. ETFs. So yesterday, 78 million in outflows. That's the Bitcoin ETFs. ETH ETFs, over $1 billion in total volume, which is so impressive. But 106 million total in inflows. Okay, so you see the Grayscale ETF actually was dumping hard. 484 million in outflows from the Grayscale ETF. All the others were in the positive. BlackRock, best performer of the day. But I'm excited now. We have a whole separate category or a whole separate, bunch of ETFs to check in the morning. I love it. I love having that broad perspective on, what's going on out there. So yes, now Bitcoin ETFs, Ethereum ETFs, and man, I think before long Solana ETFs. And according to Nate Garachi, follow that dude. I can't tell you why yet, but follow that dude. Hope you know about him. This is the ETF guy in TradFi. Also now in crypto, you got to be following Nate Garachi. Oh my God, Joe Mama. I thought you were my buddy Joe for a second, here to fuck with us. Either way, glad you're here, man. Follow Nate, Gigabrain. You will see him hopefully on this show. But I got to meet Nate about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Awesome dude. Very, very smart guy. You will be seeing him. That's all I'll say. I'm going to drop his name in the chat. He definitely deserves that follow. You know what? So for somebody like us who we are experienced trading through centralized exchanges or working on DEXs, probably no. Although I think there's probably some reasons too, and I do think there's opportunities playing that side as opposed to like actual crypto, right on chain. Again, people playing both sides of it. You'll be able to short those ETFs, right? There are some ETFs already that you're actually playing the shorts. But I think it's mostly those are accessible to people who don't touch this tech, who don't trade on chain. And I think it's mostly meant for that kind of investor, and there's a lot of those investors. In fact, they outnumber us. So for us, I'm not so sure. And I would love to have Nate on here to explain that. Who is the buyer, right? Who is the audience for these ETFs? Tell you what, when it gets to the point where you can buy Bitcoin, Solana, ETH combined ETFs, may buy it just to see what that feels like. It feels like a different type of exposure. Yes, you could just hold them individually, which hopefully we all do. But it is an interesting way to diversify. And man, make no mistake, NFT ETFs are coming too. I think that's very clear, and I think it's why Van Eck has a pudgy penguin, right? Not just for branding, which it's great branding, it is. But man, don't be surprised if Van Eck quickly, I'm not kidding here, quickly files for NFT ETFs. Won't shock me at all. You're going to crash us, Joe Mama. Don't do it. I won't be shocked at all. Bored Ape ETFs, Pudgy Penguin ETFs, maybe a fund all-in-one, all these assets, the top assets, Azuki, CryptoPunks, Bored Apes, Pudgy Penguins, Little Pudgy. Picture the top dog collections all in an ETF together, man. Yes. Yep. I'm not going to be shocked to see them this year. I wouldn't be. By the way, love your Pizza Ninja. Love it. Love it. By the way, Pizza Ninja's got CryptoSlam NFT whitelist, so hopefully you were able to get on that. Love those guys over there. But yeah, NFT ETFs, it's a matter of when. There is no if. It is a matter of when. And man, so excited about that. It's coming. It's coming. Oh, God. It's so exciting, right, guys? I mean, honestly, this space is growing and maturing so freaking fast in front of us. So, yeah, NFT ETFs. I get... On one hand, I can't believe it's growing as fast as it is, right? Getting in this space late 2020, early 21. I didn't think within a few years we'd be talking about that possibility. I knew that was coming down the road, but man, maybe 3 years, 4 years out from getting in, and I think it's coming probably soon. I wouldn't be shocked next year to see it. I wouldn't. I mean, at all. So, man, really, really exciting times here. Tell you what, too, and I will keep bouncing back to SlamNet anytime something kind of, clicks in my head or I can make an association. All this on-chain data, man, picture Polymarket and what you could do with on-chain NFT data. Setting up a betting market on the CryptoSlam 500 as an index above or below, let's say, 1,400 by, August 30th or 31st, whatever is the last day of the month. These are the kind of things you'll be able to build. Anybody can build it. I'm telling you, man, you guys see how hot Polymarket is? You guys can tap into the data on SlamNet and build your own Polymarket type betting market against CryptoSlam indexes and other people's data, right? We are encouraging and incentivizing people from Web 2 to come put their data on chain. How about Twitter data on chain? How about ESPN data, right? Sports data on chain and markets built around that. Again, with on-chain data, stuff you can verify. stuff that's transparent. It's going to get super, super interesting. And for anybody who doesn't know, not aware of the CryptoSlam 500 index, this is the top 500 NFT collections across blockchains, right? This is a way to measure the value of the market, right? We take those top 500 collections, and it does change based on, the day in which collection actually is kind of up in the rankings. And this is not going by floor price. It's a mixture of average sale price and volume and USD value of the assets. But this is a very, very good metric of the value of the space. So often, if you see this down, not often, it's always, you see this down, you can expect that the top NFT collections are not doing well. And the same goes the other side. I'll tell you this too, in a bull market, an NFT bull market, it's really interesting. You may see sales volume absolutely ripping, right? Picture when we have hot mints, right? Hot mints, you're selling your NFTs to go buy the new hot thing, and you minted at 0.07 or 0.1, and man, all of a sudden you wake up the next morning and your NFT's worth 1 ETH or 5 ETH. Remember the good old days, guys? But all the time that would happen. I would check the index, and the index is down. It's super interesting. Reason is, again, measuring the top 500 collections. I'm talking the big boys. I'm talking the Grail collections. The way it works, and you guys know this, people sell their grails to go play the casino, to go mint the new hot thing and flip it. But again, to play that, they got to liquidate their other assets, and they drive the average sales prices down. So we see historically, I'll show you. Historically, this thing is almost down only, right? NFTs almost only lose value. It's actually wild. The new hot stuff, right? They kill. The new hot stuff kills for a few weeks, maybe a few months. But almost without fail, those go to zero. All the while, those big projects just continue to bleed out. It's what this space is. Now, at some point, this is going to stabilize. We will find these floors. We're going to find the bottom of where these projects, again, picture the Bored Apes and Pudgies. They will hit a point where they really don't fall from there, and this becomes very stable. But, man, this space is young, and there is no better way to measure the value of this space. It is the index here. So, man, get in the habit of checking this. I check it every morning. That's my first stop, man. I check that. I go check the prices of crypto. I check who's moving here. I'm not so concerned with floor prices. I like it, right? I like seeing floor prices, but I'm less concerned about that. I'm more interested in the value of the overall market and then peeking at just overall volume. Volume, though, is tricky, too. You might see a collection cooking volume-wise. Millions in sales, but deceiving because if a project has terrible news and everybody goes and dumps those NFTs, and we see that, right? We saw it in like Moonbirds, and we saw it over this year in Bored Apes. Sometimes really high volume is actually bad news in the project. So it's why it's a combination. You got to look at volume, but you got to check the index too. And then last point here, but in the future, we'll have other indexes that measure sectors, right? We had announced last year at some point, I can't even remember when at this point, but a collaboration with the Sandbox to build a metaverse index, right? An index that's just measuring metaverse assets. So stuff like that's coming. Again, all that data on SlamNet, and you start, maybe, if you want, betting against that. Metaverse ecosystem up or down by this date. It's going to get really, really fun. Gamify this whole damn thing, right? Yeah, you you and me both, man. As good as stuff has felt, as good as it's felt, it hasn't been good. Hey, thanks very much, man. Appreciate it. And if you missed the slam, just a heads up, a lot more opportunities coming. What we did partnering with the first batch of projects, we called preseason, right? So we partnered with Mad Lads, Neo Tokyo, Ape List, Pudgy Alpha, CyberKongs, Neo Tokyo, cool cats, like big, some of the big boys out there. It was such a treat. Bitcoin Frogs, Pizza Ninjas, all that stuff. Loved it. Preseason, though. We're going to have season 1 next, where we invite more projects across blockchains. Again, into the next season of CryptoSlam NFTs, getting into the DAO. Maybe I'll just drop the little obvious hint here, but obviously a little something with all of that tying into this, right? And again, it's going to be so exciting to have it all unveiled for you guys. We've been working very closely with Animoca on tokenomics, so it's going to be a great time. Yeah, can't wait. Can't wait. I'll leave that there. All right, let's peek at the market, and then let's get to floor prices already. Let's go check that thing. The thing I just said doesn't matter a lot. Well, sometimes, again, it does, especially when stuff's on discount. And man, is stuff on discount right now. Holy cow, Gods Unchained your top collection right now. That's wild. I will say this. Not going to put this out super publicly yet. Obviously, people watching this, but there's a lot of wash sales in this. In fact, I think a majority of this is wash sales. Our immutable tracking is getting this nice upgrade coming up here in the next week. That's going to apply our wash trading filters to that blockchain. Right now, it's not on there, right? You don't see any wash trades filtered out. And it will be soon. I believe that's coming in the next week. Immutable is going to fall pretty far, is my understanding. But I'll have somebody from CryptoSlam on to chat about that. Some of our guys who build out the wash trading numbers, analytics, formulas, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So yeah, that's enjoy that while it's up there. It's a great game, by the way. I played it. It's really fun. But Pudgy Penguin's cooking, and that has a lot to do with the Van X stuff. It really does. Oh, and Abstract. Can't forget the Abstract chain. So Pudgy's, man, the face of NFTs, the face of crypto. My God, they're so impressive. So that's your top PFP collection. SMB is next. CryptoPunk's cooking here. Only takes 4 sales to put him here in the top 10. I mean, top 6 here. So great to see that. Bando Kid's a newer mint over on Solana. You know, in that Milady kind of ecosystem vibe. I love that, man. I love that meta. I love it. And then let's peek at top sales, and then we're going to Magic Eden. There you go, Punk 9825. Your top sale in the past 24 hours, 38 ETH. You love to see it. All right, it's time. All right, I need vibes for this too, so. That's the vibes, Kongish vibes. Oh, dude, thank you, Doge Pound. Yeah, dude, it's funny too. Oh, let's check you guys. Hang on. That's cool. We're checking that. Yeah, it's funny, man. Obviously, we're not very loud on socials. SlamX, because of this, you know, things like this show, starting to change that. That's just something we started focusing on this year, and it's going to take some time. But, you know, in the peak of things in 21 and 22, we didn't tweet much, and we were pretty quiet. But the OGs like you know, knew who we were. Everybody knew who CryptoSlam was. The next class came in, and they didn't know, which is okay. It's a great opportunity to win over the next gen NFT traders. Okay, let's see. You're ranked 75. Where's that at? Is that Solana? Oh, all time. Good shit. Oh, your name's familiar. I remember you guys now. Hell yeah. Oh, ETH. Man. Dude, bringing back memories. That's incredible. When did you guys mint? I think I had a Doge Pound NFT. I'm pretty damn sure I did. Holy cow, dude. Oh, man, you guys just had your 3rd anniversary, too. Before the Pudgy Penguins, even. Dude, that's wild. That's so cool. Hey, I have a feeling back in the day, anything that made it on the site went up manually. I have a feeling it was probably me that put it on the website back then. God, that's so cool, man. Congrats to you guys, man. That is a hell of an achievement. That's so cool. You know what we got to do? We got to do a show and get a whole bunch of old, early NFT collections up here, just kind of reminiscent on some of the earlier days in NFTs. Oh, that'd be so fun. Because honestly, this space grew the most in 21, 22. And that was, honestly, I respect for the old collections, like the real OGs, 27 to 2020. There weren't a lot, though. I think the most important time for NFTs was back when you guys minted, around then, man. So, yeah, super cool. We should do that. We should get some big projects from back then on. And again, just go down memory lane. talk about this, how the space has changed since then. But then the fact that is going to come around again. It's going to get exciting here. All right, we got to start on Bitcoin because it's a Bitcoin-y kind of week. Yes, ETH ETFs kind of got us thinking, ETH is front and center, and it is. But tell you, this is where I see the biggest opportunities right now. Yeah, that'd be cool. Okay, I'll do some thinking on what that would look like. Yeah, hey, before we do it, I will ask you guys what projects you want to see up here. Just stuff that was cool back then, still cool today, but cool back then, big stuff back then, was the vibes. And especially people who are still around. Get them all up and just shoot the shit. It'd be a blast. All right, but the Bitcoin ecosystem, man, again, wish I was pretty liquid here. But this is looking pretty spicy. NodeMonk's at 0.14, Puppet's at 0.11. Aeon's absolutely coming back here, which is awesome. 0.0075. A lot of opportunities out here right now. I'm pretty damn bullish on Aeons, by the way. Even Quantum Cat's down. Quantum Cats did exactly what I thought they'd do, which is separate from the pack. Right? I mean, for the longest time, NodeMonks and Puppets were ahead of Quantum Cats, price-wise. It made sense because it was pretty hyped back then, but Quantum Cats have got a bit more substance. Right, they're different collections. Even comparing them is kind of tricky, but Quantum Cats are a different kind of collection. Again, it's a substance, it's a team, it is builders. Oh man, it's a tiny-ass collection. 3,300, man. That means these things move violently when they move. And that's what they do. And it also means they hold their price very well. Out of the big four, man, they are top. They are top cat at this point, which is wild. But yeah, love the Quantum Cats. Obviously got a Quantum Cat. But love them. I think that's a special, special collection. I'm just staring at this and realizing these are really, really good deals right now. But reason being, let's peek. I want to check buyers, sellers over in Bitcoin because I gotta believe it's down tremendously. And I would assume it's outpacing the other blockchains. Could be wrong, but with so much of the space out at the conference, I would imagine we see the price impact over there and the change in volume there most. Shockingly, actually in the past week, it's not. It's actually quite the opposite. Well, no, not true. Hang on. Outperforming ETH when it comes to buyers, not outperforming Solana. But man, it feels slow in Bitcoin right now. It really does. And this always strikes me, guys. I've talked about this a lot. There are so few people trading in the Bitcoin ecosystem. It's part of what gives me so much confidence about how much this ecosystem is going to cook, right? How much Bitcoin collectibles are going to cook. Right? Every time we peaked, we saw people like flock into that chain, people who never traded over there before. We saw that late last year. This is back when Bitcoin frogs hit half a Bitcoin. That was the first time people are like, oh my God, wait. These things can hit that kind of price. First time people really got a sense of that. And then they got that to a different degree earlier this year, right? Late February, up to mid-April. Now that's when NodeMonks hit 0.9 Bitcoin. And that showed, again, the potential we're going to hit. And that's with 10 to 15,000 buyers. It's not much, guys. It's not much. It's so little when you consider what things were like in the peak of the last run. It's so little. And you look at today. Okay, this is maybe the most important part. We saw those prices of those hot collections. Again, NodeMonks, Puppets, Quantum Cats, OMB, Aeons. I think at some point we're going to be putting in that list. They may be one of those top kind of collections there. But the prices we're at right now with only 1,000, 2,000 buyers per day. And then again, you saw what happened in the peak of the market. Let me go back to all time. So see again, in the peak of the Bitcoin market when NodeMonks hit 0.9, again, 12,000, 13,000, 15,000, 17,000 buyers. That's what happens when people come flocking back to that chain. It's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. It's not even a thing I'm going to qualify and say, maybe, I hope. And I'll definitely say not financial advice, but it's going to happen again. You know, people right now keep saying, what is it? History doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. There's certain things that absolutely repeat. You know, certain blockchains falling in and out of fashion, but always coming back. And now all those people who were in here and are not trading right now, they got their wallets. They now have experience being on that chain. They kind of know how it works, and they know the people to follow, right? They know the influencers to follow. Those people are all coming back. And so what happens to the prices of those collections, those top dogs, the top cat? What happens to those when buyers, sellers goes back to what it was then? And truthfully, it's going to be a lot higher. When we hit the peak of this market, you know, probably next year, that number is going to look like nothing. So yeah, I feel very confident about the kind of opportunities here now. Again, always wish I play smarter and better, and you know, we're liquid for these kind of opportunities. But there it is, right here, right now. Great opportunity. Yeah, ANs were fun. We actually, it was a lot of fun last Friday. We minted that live here. So I minted one. I bought one on secondary. A lot of guys watching also minted or grabbed on secondary. I feel like everybody won too. I feel like everybody traded well on that one. And now you got a new opportunity in that collection, right? We saw how high they can go in a pretty darn slow market. Granted, last week was awesome. You know, the Untitled mint was awesome. But we definitely got to see how high these can go, and every reason to believe they get back there. And honestly, I absolutely picture new all-time highs in that collection. Great art too, man. Just such a great looking collection. Yep. Yeah, exactly that. Pizza Ninjas are special. That's a great collection. It's definitely one I need to get into. A lot of friends in that collection, right? Great builders. Yeah, Pizza Ninjas are going to cook. This isn't a concern, but I'll frame it that way, but it's not a concern. But my only concern with Pizza Ninjas is that supply is going to grow, is my understanding, right? 1,500 right now, but similar to like, you know, OMB. And I like this style, actually. But my understanding is this collection, they'll inscribe more, you know, when the time is right. So that wouldn't spook me from buying here at this price at all. I don't think they would inscribe more until, you know, something's changed pretty drastically. But a lot of people interested in this ecosystem, and man, do they got, man, one of the best looking PFPs, period, cross blockchains. Man, they're great looking. They really are. Yeah, somehow, some way, I'm going to work my way into this collection too. They're fantastic. And a great team of builders over there. But yeah, dude, this is it. And this is what is so interesting about Bitcoin. And you know, again, you guys who tune in all the time, sometimes I hate that I repeat stuff, you know, but they're important points. When Bitcoin hits 100K or 250K and whatever it's going to do, and it's going to do all that stuff, I believe that. But you guys have seen what happens to fees when things get really active, right? Bitcoin halving, things got crazy. And, you know, during the bull market, when things are really cooking in the ordinals ecosystem, again, it gets really busy. Fees get astronomical. Halving really showed what happens, though. It's so expensive, you can't mint new collections. You can't. It gets so expensive that the supply literally comes to a screeching halt. You can't mint new collections. It costs you $20,000, maybe more, to inscribe one NFT, to inscribe one ordinal. And all that does is put more pressure on the existing collections. Because, man, if somebody is like ecstatic because Bitcoin hit all-time high and they've made life-changing money and they're gonna go celebrate by, you know, buying themselves a cool collectible, getting a cool community. Well, they're not going to mint something new because there's no new mints. Again, because it's too expensive to mint stuff. It's too expensive to inscribe. They're going to go grab themselves a grail. That's what they're going to do. And there's not a lot over here. There's not a lot. So the Bitcoin ecosystem is damn near the most exciting ecosystem out there. And I'm talking across fungible tokens and NFTs. It's about the most exciting ecosystem and with the biggest potential. It is what it is. Calling it like I see it. And my conviction on that is the same as it was basically day one. Basically day one of inscriptions being a thing. Saw it clearly back then. The whole past year and a half has only convinced me more and more that it's going to play out that way. So very excited about the Bitcoin ecosystem, man. I know it, dude. I do it to myself. Again, people who watch know this. I will talk about stuff and get myself so excited that I am like in the middle of buying on secondary, like live. Joe Mama, I didn't think that. I actually do now, but yeah, it's really tricky. I honestly, here was my prediction earlier in the year for how NFTs are going to go for the next, major run. I still stand by that Bitcoin is primarily where the run happens. I figured, this is before Solana really started like really getting, mainstream and ETF talk and all that kind of stuff. Solana, I thought, had found its niche as being the fungible token chain. I wasn't super sure that NFTs would cook over there again. Like, obviously, they'll come back, but I wasn't super sure we'll see new mints there. And that's mostly because of Base and because of Blast, right? I thought Blast, like a lot of people did, but I thought Blast would be this just absolutely incredible ecosystem, and that's where PFPs would live, right? Like a lot of those new mints that are refundable and you earn the rewards through gold and that kind of thing, right? So I'm like, okay, Base is going to be the blockchain for PFPs. Of course, ETH and Bitcoin for, a PFP where provenance matters more. But Base Blast the blockchain for PFPs, Base the blockchain for art, assuming Tezos is dead, and a lot of those artists don't want to mint on Bitcoin. And I honestly thought that Solana NFTs are going to have a hard time competing. I don't think that anymore. I think Solana NFTs are going to cook because you guys are so fucking degen. And because of stuff like Bando Kids and Retardio Cousins, because of that kind of stuff, this is going to be the most... this is going to do what I thought Blast would do. The most degen PFPs will be here. And as this ecosystem builds out, a lot of PFPs that are going to have utility too. So yeah, I've changed my thoughts on the Solana ecosystem. Almost pretty much a 180, actually. But with that said, I still think Bitcoin is where... I think Bitcoin is where it primarily happens. That said, I am very bullish on the Solana NFT ecosystem now. Very. God damn it. Now I need exposure there too. Yeah, let's peek at that. Yeah, Base I think is still, this is not some gigabrain take, but Base is special. Base NFTs are going to do well at some point. Would I see him here? And are we talking like the, all these derivatives that Coinbase was putting out, or is there a Miggles like PFP kind of collection? Is these guys? Oh man. Oh, come on. That's spicy. That's spicy, knowing the way Coinbase has been pushing these. Is that them? This is them? This, with just 100 followers, this is them? Wow. Huh. God, at 0.005. Why would I not grab a couple? 0.005. When did these mint? Okay, these minted just last week. Huh. Miggles is... the meme coin cooked. Yeah, I obviously would have to get a few. Yeah. So it's tricky because, yeah, Coinbase, again, was promoting, like, all these Miggles kind of... And, well, assets. They wanted people to go crazy and mint. So, yeah, well, honestly, 0.0005, why not a couple? Some Miggles NFTs will cook. It doesn't, maybe it's not these guys here, but I'm assuming there's a whole bunch of Miggles. See all these Miggles collections? Tons. But some of these, and one of them's going to emerge as top. Like one of them will. And again, I think Base is going to cook. Still thinking, maybe wrong because Tezos is coming back Tezos coming back strong, but still think Art's got a great opportunity over there. Wow. Dude, Smokey, you are killing it, man. Good job. Jesus. You know what I can't wait to see? Kind of going back to SlamNet, I can't wait to see the first NFTs minted over there. It'll happen at some point. Yeah, I can't wait to see that. Of course, Doodles on Base. I think this is cool. We'll see how this ends up playing out. Right? It's supposed to be that NFTs are disruptive to like the movie and music industry, and we haven't seen that happen yet at all. At all. But is this maybe our first opportunity for that to really happen? I mean, come on, Pharrell Williams, Swali, I don't know how to say his name. Coi Leray, Lil Wayne. I mean, you got some big name artists now in the NFT ecosystem here. Is this the first time we see this tech actually be disruptive and do what we were hoping this stuff could do? It'd be pretty cool. So yeah, keeping my eye on that. Man, I'll say very, very excited for this weekend. I'm so bummed I'm going to be out and about Saturday. I don't ever go out and about anymore, but got to on Saturday, and I just wanted to play this Saturday. So I'll bring my laptop. I got to play it. But yeah, OtherSide has their first, it's not their first event, but it's the first, in a way, it's their first major event, right? With some actual gameplay, right? Not just running around and, kind of exploring, but looks like some kind of PvP thing. Thousands of players. Man, I can't wait to see. And what strikes me here, what really catches my attention is Garga saying, trying some shit that's never been done before. Stop. God, that's so annoying. Yeah, I'd like to see something new. That I'd definitely like to see. So can't wait. Cannot wait to get in here and try. Although, you know what? With that said, I don't think I have an asset that'll let me play this. I got to double check what you need. I think, a me bit is maybe like the lowest tier. Actually, maybe heavy metals can play here too. I was kind of hoping like oddities, anything in the Moonbirds ecosystem would work. Oh, hang on. Okay, hang on. Hey, if you can play that having an other deed, then I'm good. But yeah, it's not what this tweet is about. Yeah, I'm gonna have to dig in here and see what assets actually get to connect and play. But it may not be anything I have. I guess I can't assume that I actually get to try this. Any of you guys looking forward to this? Yeah, crazy. Yep. Saw that. Oh, they're great. They're great, by the way. DGen Ape Academy. Actually, they were partners too in our whitelist. Great guys. Yeah. Damn, Smokey, you're all over that ecosystem. Good shit. I just want to see if I can like play this. Oh, there's details here. Okay. It's a 2-hour event featuring a first of its kind action gameplay with thousands of players in the same space. Okay. 3,000 plus people. Okay. It's not a super polished shooter. Okay. I'll tell you what, this is crazy to me. And I know they got to say it, but it's a really bad look, man. This is a really bad look. That 2 years since the mint of OtherDeed land, and you got to put out a disclaimer saying, hey, your first experience there, it's not going to be polished. We only started building it a couple months back. That is not a good look. Like, what the fuck have you been doing? It's a really bad look. I mean, at some point, it is what it is, and you got to correct it by building going forward, and that's what they're doing. But what have you been doing the past couple of years? Like, that's crazy to me. Okay, so then they're going to keep building onto this thing every month with new events. Every single month. That's cool. I like it. I just cannot believe 2 years in, this is the start. That is crazy to me. again, it is what it is. But I'm excited we got a little more details here. I'm not going to FUD him over this again. Garga wasn't here for that stuff. I don't know. Yeah, okay, a lot of details here. This is cool. I just want to see what assets get to play there. And you guys know my thoughts. I don't like that they partnered with Pixel Vault at all. Okay, Meebits, Voyagers. Are Voyagers other deed holders? I think that might be true. I'm not positive. Codas, Bored Apes, Mutants, Kennel Clubs, Grailed. Moonbirds, no oddities, okay. Kodamaras, Heavies. Okay. I think Voyagers are other deeds, and if so, then cool, can play. Yeah. Dude, I mean, yes, take a lot of time, but in 2 years, you should have something more than something that you say is like going to be rough and that you only put a couple months into. Like, it means they literally did nothing. And we know that's true because they put all their attention in those other games, Heavy Metal, Legends of the Mara, Dookie Dash. Like, it makes sense. But OtherSide was supposed to be the thing, and they raised a lot of money on that. And again, just coming out and making it very clear you did nothing in there ain't great. And the WF, yes. Yeah, they get to play too. It'll be fun, so. All right, guys, I got to wrap here. Got a meeting. I'm 10 minutes late too, but I started late. That's my bad. Hey, appreciate the hell out of you guys hanging. We'll be live at 4:30 p.m. Eastern time right here on the afternoon show with Joe, with Henry the Grape, live from Nashville. We'll see what trouble he's gotten into. Should be cool. Yeah, dude. All of it. We're about to cook, man. This space is about to explode. All of that's a great sign. All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your morning here. See you in a few hours. We'll see ya.